What's good, Bully World? This is Zeb. I'm your host, Bully Talk with Zeb Pitts. Today I traveled up to Delaware Exotic Bullies. We got an interview today with my man Danny. What's good, big dog?
Nothing. Just kicking it with you today. Got some good pictures, some video. Went out to lunch, and now's the interview.
Let's find out, how did you exactly get involved with the American Bully?
It was probably like back in 2005. I think I bought a dog down south out of Kentucky, and I just started that way. I mean, he was just, to me, he was a good dog. He was an amazing dog, and it was more like, he was definitely standard. I wouldn't say he was XL. Some people try to say he was XL, but XL is XL. He was like 90 pounds. It's a big dog. And I went to a lot of shows, met a lot of good people, 2005, 2006, 2007, and 2008. And I don't know, life just, I just went a different route and just got out of the bully game and just did something else with my life for a little while. Took like a 3 or 4 year break and came back. And the dog I was looking for is, honestly, is the dog that I have now. I mean, it's the style of dog that I have now. I gotta say that. I'm happy with the dogs that I have. I'm happy with my program. I'm happy with his productions. I'm happy with everybody that's shown love to us. I don't know. I'm just. I feel like I'm in a good place. I'm with the right circle. I got the right people around me. I got the right promotion behind me. We do the best promotion that we can, and people love what we do with the dogs. I mean, they love from pictures to videos, everything we do. People like it.
Let me ask you, when you acquired Bam Bam, did you have any idea how he was going to turn out the way he was?
I had no idea Bam Bam was going to look the way he does, or turn out the way he did, or do what he's been able to do. I mean, it's just amazing to think
All right, we back with Danny. Again, we were talking about Bam Bam. And one of the things that we had talked about off camera was the importance of you championing him out. Why was that important to you more than even studying him out at this point?
I feel like better things are to come for him as him being more than just I guess as him being more like a money train, or him being my money ticket. It's no secret that he's $2,000 a breeding. Okay. Probably before I did the first California show, where we did, I can't take credit by myself. Alyssa just does more than I do, to be honest with you. But before we went out to California for the March 5th show, I was breeding him and breeding and really it took another dog man. Like, I took him to his house and he was like, whoa, he's kind of skinnier than what I thought. And I was like, oh shit. And I guess seeing him every day, it never really dawned on me that I was doing more damage than I was good. And I don't know if it was money or if it was just I wanted him to get out there and everybody see what he produces. And I don't know, we were just overbreeding him, like breeding him a lot. Um, and I had to stop because I wanted to get ready for the show. And I stopped him like February. I closed him to the public like February 1st or something like that. And I still had one breeding to do with him. And even that one last breeding, like almost, like I had to take him to the vet because, I don't know, he wasn't looking like himself. He wasn't eating, nothing. And I was scared he had something wrong with him. So I took him to the vet twice and got all his blood work and everything. Just come to find out he's just healthy. And I was like, oh, that's good, that's great. I got emotional. I wanted to know if something was wrong with him. And then that's when it dawned on me that I was doing more harm than I was doing good. So I stopped breeding him, and we decided we were going to try to champion him out with the ABR. And as you can see, it's going according to plan.
Yeah, a lot of hardware.
A lot of hardware.
Okay, we're back. And one of the subjects we were talking about were genuine people. And can you talk about some of the people? For example, when we were at the Come Together Day in Delaware, two guys had mentioned you as far as doing good business and mentioned Bam Bam, and that was Mike and Angel. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. First and foremost, I really respected Mike and Angel of Street Legend Bullies. Like I saw that day, that interview, that kind of blew me away. Like they mentioned, you know, the reason they came to the Delaware show was, to represent and represent Delaware Exotic Bullies, and they came out for Bam Bam, and that's what brought him out, and he's a really good dude, and all that, and to mention our kennel first and my name first, and you had to ask him like, well, what's your name, player, and what's your name, dog, and what kennel you, and he was like, oh, well, my name's Mike, and I'm Street Legend Bullies, and for somebody to just say that they're there for me, that's a genuine person,
Why do you support the ABR movement?
Well, ABR just, they showed a lot of love for Bam Bam, like, the love that they shown to Bam Bam and to us, and the camaraderie and the feeling like, wherever we went, they put us with them. And I'm not, part of any camp. We're just Delaware Exotic Bullies, we're our own entity. But when I get around, the people that go to the ABR shows, it's like a big family. Everybody's like, laughing, joking, and there's no hostility and there's no hate from the ABR people that really represent the ABR. I guess I support the ABR bottom line because they support me. From the shows, I like the way they do it. It's mellow, it's laid back. There's just...
What was the response like going out on the West Coast with your boy Bam Bam?
Oh man, that was amazing. Like to go, first and foremost, to go out there the first time, and to think that I was going out there just to get him out there, just to show the world him and what we're doing over here on the East Coast of the United States, But for him to get in the ring with Alyssa and do their thing and get the trophy was like, I was blown away. I was like, whoa, wow. And you got the best, the best of the best are out there in Cali, and to come home with a first place trophy was amazing. It was an amazing feeling, and that's right there when he got that. I was like, yeah, I did the right thing, closing him and and not overbreeding him, and you know, not really doing it for the money, like, and to take the money out of it, but the love for the dog. I mean, that's ABR. That's how I feel about ABR. For me to put all monetary gains on breedings, you know, however much it was or whatever it costs or how much I made, how much I make on breedings, to set that aside and to want to champion him out. I guess ABR means a lot.
Let me ask you, Danny, what's one of the toughest things you had to deal with in life, man?
I guess the passing of parents, and you know, in the midst of all that, coming off of dealing with the loss of parents and stuff, and deciding, you know, even though I'm taking a hit all the way around because of life and everything, to still be able to move forward with Bam Bam. It hasn't been easy. You know, anybody that has a stud dog, so to speak, knows how hard it is. Like, to get them to eat and to get their weight up and keep their weight up. Because when people see a bad picture of him because, you know, you overbred him or something like that, you know, they talk, I'll be honest with you, they talk shit like, oh, he's not all that, or he's not. So, I mean, it's hard. It's a roller coaster. It's a deli roller coaster. Like, people don't know what it takes, and unless they get right where I'm at, they'll never know what a strain it puts on your family, puts on your life, puts on everybody around you. I mean, it's rough. I love doing video of this kid. I love it because him moving the way he moves, like, and to be, you know, bullseye son and an exotic male, extreme, you know, to move the way he does, it blows people away. I mean, you know, to the biggest dog men in the game, like Albert of EOG, you know, he likes that dog. I'm not gonna say he loves him, but he likes him a lot. You know, he likes that dog. You know, real dog men like yourself. You know, I asked you what was your type of dog, right? And you said, you know, or I said, I was like, what type of dog do you like? And I said, you know,
yeah, I
you
like
probably
a short, freaky type. Yeah,
a short, freaky type that when you say, come on, boy, let's go to the park, or come on, get in the truck, you know, or get in the car. He can run out, he can jump in the car, you know, and all you gotta do is shut the door, you know. And you said, yeah, that's the kind I like. That's the kind of dog I like. You know, he's husky, he's short legs, he's short back, big head, fun dog, a cuddle bear, whatever. I was like, so Bam Bam might be your favorite dog. Because I mean, that's what he is, man. He can move, and he's a cuddle bear, and he's a good dog. I mean, he's an overall package. I mean, he can breed, he can get in the show ring. You know, he can look good on. In 2 weeks, he can go from breeding the hell out of him to he looks like death, and that's where I messed up one time, and I'll never do that again. To going to California in 2 weeks and winning first place. I mean, you know, they always say, you know, in the dog game, you're not just a dog game. You're not just a dog man. You're a breeder is just not a breeder. He's a dietitian. He's a vet. He's a photographer, videographer. He's an editor. He's everything. He's a businessman. He's a marketing machine. He's everything. And if you don't have, you know, if you don't got that total package, then, you know, you just fall to the wayside, you know. And it's hard, man. It's real hard staying on top.
Let me ask you, where do you see Delaware Exotic Bullies in the next couple of years? What's your vision of how you want the kennel to grow and what you see in the future?
I mean, I just want to keep it real as I can, you know. I just want to keep it as real as I can. I like to keep the same format You know, the same look, the same style, the same functionable dog. I don't want to go bigger. I don't really want to go smaller. I want good bone. I want good health. You know, we feed our dogs good. I just want to stay true to what I started doing. You know, and I don't know. If people want me to do something different, then they called the wrong guy, because it's always going to stay that format. You know, I'm always going to keep it legit. You know, you buy a dog off of us, and it's going to be the dog that you wanted to buy. It's the reason that you looked at the dog. It's going to stay that format, and hopefully I have the same people around me, or I grow. You know, I don't know how long Bam Bam's reign is going to be for us. I mean, he's the face of it. He's all over everything. I mean, people see that dog Bam Bam, you know, and they know it's Delaware. And you know, we got his son. Hopefully his son does something. I mean, he's 8.5 months, almost 9 months old.
Dobby.
And
How proud are you of him? Because that's part of your production.
He looks like something that everybody would, I think everybody would want to have somewhere in their program, or create that look. I mean, he's low, he's wide, he's not like overbred to one certain bloodline or another bloodline. I mean, you're gonna be able to, if I open Dobby, you're gonna be able to take him to any dog on the planet. You know why? Because he's not just heavy this, or heavy that. And when we did that breeding, people didn't quite understand, I don't think, why I wanted a heavy, be it Razor's Edge, Henrock, I believe it's just like, they call him like heavy edge, but he's a stocky little guy, he's stocky. But the reason I did that was because I know one day, if we keep going heavy, we're going to hit a wall. And when we hit that wall,
Like bringing yourself into a corner.
I've done it. I've done it on a couple of breedings, and it's bad. And I think if anybody backs herself into a corner, I'm going to be right there with Dobby. If they can come, use Dobby, and he's going to clean it up. And Bam Bam cleans up a lot of stuff, so I hope that Dobby does his thing. I hope he can do, you know, have a good run just like Bam Bam has, or had, or whatever the outcome be. But Bam Bam is a great producer. I mean, like I said, you know, every dog out of the litters are not hitters. You know, that's what I try to tell people when they, you know, well, he's not gaining weight, or he's not going to feed him. I mean, I got dogs, all my dogs look the same. Why? Feed the hell out of them, you know, from protein to carbs. I mean, I don't just give them a bowl of dog food and walk away and hope they eat their kibble. I mean, we take time. We give them rice, potatoes, vegetables. I mean, I got video of my dogs eating broccoli and steak and chicken, every meat you could possibly eat. And you know, Bam Bam's producing great. I mean, he's throwing like 9, 10, 11, 12 puppies, you know. And out of that, I truly believe like 4 or 5 of every litter are real good, solid. At least 5 or 6 of them are good, solid dogs that'll do something. And that's all I can ask, and that's all I want to go for, is a solid litter. You know. I mean, a stack off is cool. You know, it's a competition. We did a nice stack off in Delaware. You know.
A lot of dogs stacked up in your area, man.
Man, that box.
That special box you had.
That box was built by design, and I had people from California visit my home, and we were up late. They were helping me build the box, and they're probably thinking to themselves, why the hell is he making this big-ass box? Like, what's this box? Even my team was like, yo, dog, this box is out of control. Like, you couldn't just throw some carpet on a table. And I said, nah, I want my box for myself. But really, I designed that box with the slightest hint and subliminality as I could possibly get out of it. My name was all over the box first and foremost, and it was built just high enough that when the dogs stacked up, that you could see the dogs. Even somebody was right up front and they were blocking everything, and you could still see the dogs. And Tonio from that has the owner of hashtag Tonio out in California, man, I gotta say that he loved that box. It had a cutout in the middle, not only for not for him. I didn't know he was gonna do it. I hoped he would have. When we heard that he was gonna, Bank Heist Bullies and Delaware Exotic Bullies were gonna be right there, boom, that Tuesday. My vision was take them tables are going back, put the dogs up on the tables, got to build this amazing box. And Tonio loved the box. He was on that box almost all day. We stopped the show like twice, just stacking off. Once Tonio had hashtag out there, and Bam Bam, and I think Dobby, and shit, I was even holding hashtag at one point. Maybe he did get tired. But that box and the stack off. I mean, that was the showstopper. It's just a friendly competition. It was amazing, that box. Then now, I had phone calls at 1:30 in the morning, Sunday morning. Yo, I know what you did. I know what you did. And they were texting me like, yo, you were a genius with that box. Like 6 or 7 people said it. And that box was it. Like, Tonio was just laying on the box. He had hashtag out for like 3 hours. And that's probably the most that dog's ever been out of that, because it's hot out and that's fatiguing, leaning over and stacking and doing and, that box. That box had like a little strip that you couldn't even see that caught the dog's feet. And you didn't have to lift the dog and push the dog and restack the dog, and they know what it was. Anybody who was behind that box knows what that box was. That cutout. I told Tony, I said, you love this box, don't you? You fit right in there. He was like, shh. And your videos caught us laughing and joking. Because I said a couple times to him, I was like, you love this box, don't you? That box, he's right in there. He was loving it, like that box. Yeah, but the stack off. I mean, the stack off is good, I think, but the ring, I mean, we got to get more people in the ring. I think more people got to get involved in showing of the dogs. I mean, the only way a registry is really going to succeed and make it.
You made me think about that, because, in your opinion, did you think that was? I thought Ricardo talked about it. A lot of dogs actually showed at that show.
In Delaware was. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go on the books, on the record, whatever. I'm going to go viral with it. I think the Delaware show was probably the biggest show in a long time. They had the most entries, they had the most showings, they had the most classes. It was a great show. And I promoted that show like it was mine. I promoted that show like I was gonna buy a new fucking Benz or something. I went in and promoted it. And if they didn't come for any other reason but just to come out, I promoted that show the best I could. I wanted people to come out. I wanted them to get in the ring. I wanted them to have a good day, because it wasn't about Delaware. It wasn't about coming out to make Delaware look bigger than anything else. And what's surprising was, like, a lot of the people from Jersey and Delaware, right there, their backyard didn't even come out. Like, I guess they thought it was going to be a flop. Nah, it wasn't a flop. It was the biggest show the East Coast has seen.
Great turnout, a lot of dogs. A lot of people had a great raining.
It was a complete thunderstorm outside. And we had a great showing because it was all enclosed. The people that put that show together, I thank them for putting that show together. Like I said, because of family stuff, parents, stuff that happens. My head wasn't really in it when it was brought to my attention that I should have did that show. I had a lot of breedings going on, like I said, and some family losses. And my head wasn't really where I thought it should have been to put a show on my back, because I was thinking more about it failing than it succeeding, because I really wasn't in the right. I'm not gonna say I'm crazy. I was crazy then, but you know, it's just my mind wasn't right. And like 3 weeks before that show going off, you know, I got a couple phone calls from two of the people involved with some of the show, and at the same time they were calling me, and I was like, you know what, I'm back. I'm gonna get back on my promotion, and I'm gonna promote the hell out of the show. I said if Bam Bam can go out to the Cali one more time and get a first place, boom, that's the promotion. Come back to Delaware and knock the king off his throne. You know, you want to talk about him, just get in the ring about it. Be about it in the ring. Get in the ring. We need more people to get in the ring and show the dogs. I don't care if you got the most exotic that can't move. Buy a dog that can move, man. We need to build the registry up by showing dogs. You know, and people like myself who, I don't got a whole lot of money, you know, but I sell dogs and I breed dogs, and, you know, I do my thing. I have a 9 to 5 or fucking 7 to fucking 7, 3 days a week, you know. You know, instead of having people like us spending our money on promotion and marketing and, you know, being the front runner, and you're sitting back on your couch, you know, trying to sell your dogs for $5,000 and $6,000, and you're not really putting up the money to make the ABR or this dog game what it is. I think it's kind of selfish to sit back and just lax on what we're doing. You know, people need to get out into the show ring more. They need to put money. You make $10,000 a month off of these dogs. Somehow, some way, you should get back to the registry. I feel that strongly. I've given a lot. I've given a lot to my registry and the ABR. I've given a lot. I don't have a lot. I don't have it. But, you know, for me to champion Bam Bam out, you know, it takes money, and I'm spending my money. You know, and I'm not even making money off of breedings right now. You know, I got Gadget. I got Bam Bam. I just got Gadget. Thank you, Moises. EOG's Moises. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to have that dog. He's a micro as hell. So I had somebody pick him up at the show and put him on a table for me. He's like, Gadget? They're like, damn, he's little. He's a little dog. I'm like, yeah, he's little, man. He's little. He's like 11 inches tall, but he's dope. He's a hell of a breeder. He's got a lot of productions. I mean, I believe in my dogs, you know, and I just want the world to love them as much as I do. And, you know, that's it.
Man, I really appreciate you, man, bringing me out to the house today, man, so we can knock out the interview. Got the chance to go to the mall, check out Bam Bam, do his thing with the people. Great photos of Dobby, man. I can't wait for that to come out, man.
He's a tank, man. He's a tank. He's a tank. He's so low, like he's so like his spread, man. He's a good boy. You know, everybody says they got a good boy. I mean, he's a good boy.
One last question, man. What would you like for people to know about Danny and Delaware Exotic Bullies, man?
I mean, I just wanted to know that you know, if they come to me for a breeding or they come to me for a puppy, I stand behind everything that I do. You know, if I was money hungry, or if I was greedy, or I wasn't a stand-up businessman, or I wasn't a stand-up person, I mean, my house is open to the public. My Facebook's open to the public, my Instagram.
Okay, we wrapping it up with Danny and Delaware Exotic Bullies. Last thoughts, man. I just want to say thank you for welcoming me into your home. Any last thoughts for the bully world before we wrap it up?
I think the biggest thing we have going on right now is just the registries. Like we need people to come out and support the registries. I mean, it's like it's only $25 to register your dog to ABR. You know, it's $25, $35, whatever. It's $35. Like, you make money off of, you know, the dogs. I spend endless amounts of money promoting my dog and getting the world to love him as much as I do. And, you know, you're not putting money in one person's pocket when you do that. You're putting money into fueling what we're doing. Like, what we're doing wouldn't be global if those guys weren't spending money out of their pockets first. Yeah, they making money. Yeah, they make money, but they spent money. They spent money to get us where we are, and to get us known globally, you know? And if you can't give back, you can't come out to a show, even if your dog ain't going to win or place or nothing, put your dog in the show, bring him out. That's all I can say about that. Just bring him out.
Man, appreciate your time today, man.
Yep, thank you. I appreciate you.
Bully Talk was there, Pitts, and we out.